Hello everyone, welcome to Indian Money's YouTube channel. I am Natalia. 90% of the businesses fail during the first 5 years of their establishment. Now, there was a research done by the IBM Institute of Business Value and Oxford Economics. The research was called Entrepreneurial India. So according to this research, 90% of the Indian startups fail in the first 5 years of their establishment. Now, every business owner will want their business to be very successful. So in this video, I'm going to tell you the top 3 reasons why your business can fail. Number 1, wrong product or a service. Now, under wrong product or a service, a lot of things can go wrong. Number 1, launching a poor quality product or a service. For example, if your product is an aloe vera gel, we all know the aloe vera gel is clear like water. But if you happen to see a product which an aloe vera gel in green color, then you should know that a lot of preservatives or a lot of coloring has been added to that product. So it's not of the good quality. So when you're coming up with a product or a service, make sure the product or the service is of top-notch quality. Number 2, launching a product or a service ahead of time. For example, if you're planning to launch a winter wear collection, but then winter is after 6 to 7 months. So if you plan to launch a winter wear collection during summer, do you think your customers will be interested? No, right? So you have to make sure your product or your service is going to help the customers at that time. You can definitely launch your winter wear collection during winter, not during summer. So make sure you're launching your products or your services in the right time. Number 3, launching an outdated product or a service. Now, if we want to listen to music, the first thing we do is take up our phones or an iPod. None of us listen to music using a radio or an MP3 player. So if your product is a radio or an MP3 player, then your customers are not going to be interested because there are a lot more updated technologies available in the market. So make sure your product or your service is updated. Number 4, launching a product or a service in a very highly competitive market. For example, we all know that if you place an order through Doesnt, they're going to deliver your products within 1 hour. But there are other applications where you place an order the night before or maybe in the morning and they deliver it by 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. Now, which one will you go for? Will you go for Doesnt, which delivers your products in 1 hour, or are you going to wait 8-9 hours for your products to get delivered? Doesnt, right? So when you are trying to come up with a product or a service, make sure that it's up to the mark. Keep in mind about your competition. What are they like? How are they doing their business? What are their services like? And make sure that you can at least not better than them, but be as good as them. Number 5, launching a product or a service in a market which doesn't have the demand. For example, you are in a village and you're planning to set up a Apple service center there. Do you think a lot of people there will own Apple products? So before you set up any sort of business or before you introduce any sort of product, make sure the people that you're addressing to or the people you're selling to are using those products so that your products will be in demand. If you go and sell Apple products to people in the village or you try to set up an Apple service station in a village, your business is definitely going to fail. So when you are trying to set up a business or when you're trying to introduce a product or a service, make sure that product or a service is in demand. Number 6, launching a product or a service in the wrong time. So let's say you want to set up a travel agency, but during this pandemic, do you think your business is going to be good or your business is going to fail? Do you think people are going to be traveling during this pandemic situation? So before you set up any sort of business, before you introduce a product or a service, make sure it is the right time for that product or your service. Now, let's move on to the next. The next thing which can go wrong, which is wrong people or team. So number 1, doesn't have the required expertise. So for example, let's say you are owning a publishing firm or you're starting a publishing firm. So what you're going to need are content writers, not a copywriter. A copywriter is different, a content writer is different. So if you happen to hire a copywriter for the role of a content writer, then definitely they're not going to produce good results. So before you hire your people for your business, make sure that you hire the right people. Number 2, doesn't have a long-term vision. So the business that you're trying to set up or the product or the services that you're trying to sell, they're going to take your business to the next level. So you're going to want to have people who are really good and is going to stay with you for a long term. So if you are hiring a person who has temporary plans, who wants to stay with you for 1 year and then leave, then that's not going to work out. Make sure you find loyal people and people with the same vision as you so that they will help your business grow. Number 3, doesn't have the integrity. So when you're hiring a person, make sure that person is going to work for your business in a very loyal way. Make sure the intentions of that person are good. Make sure that person wants your business to grow and has the same passion as you. If the person is just working for you, just for the money, then that's not going to work out. So make sure the person who's you're hiring, the people you're hiring for your business, for a successful business, make sure they have the same intentions as you and make sure they work with integrity. Number 4, doesn't have the right culture. For example, if you're planning to set up a boutique in a hi-fi place, in a hi-fi city, and you're hiring people from the village to address your hi-fi customers, do you think that's going to work out? Do you think the people from the village will address the type of culture or the type of customers that you're trying to sell to? Or do you think a person who is living in a big city, do you think they will be able to address the customers from a village? Say if they are working in a fish market, do you think you can send a person from a very big city to a fish market? Do you think they will be able to connect with the people, the local people? So when you're trying to set up any sort of business or when you're trying to introduce a product or a service, make sure you hire people who are in the same culture so that they will be able to relate better with your customers and build a good rapport. And don't forget, communication is the key for any successful business. So make sure you find the right people who will be able to communicate the intentions of your product or your service in a correct way. Moving on to the next reason, lack of funds or poor finance management. So under this, what can go wrong? Number 1, not able to raise funds. So for example, you've started your business and your business is going really good, but you need more funds to grow your business. Are you capable of getting those funds? Do you think you are capable of getting that money required to grow your business? You have to be capable. If you're not capable, then you have to shut down your business and that will be a business failure. So before you start any business, make sure even in an emergency situation, you will be able to come up with the funds. Number 2, spending on unwanted things. For example, you're selling a product which is worth 60 rupees, but then you're trying to package that product using materials which will cost you more than 60 rupees. Do you think that's good use of your money? So make sure when you're trying to sell a product or a service, do not spend on unnecessary things. Spend on the things which matter. Number 3, not able to recover money from your customers. Of course, the credit system is so on right now. We give off products and we let our customers pay us back later. But make sure you have a clear record of who owes you what and make sure you recover the money back in time. This way, you will not be in loss. Number 4, poor budgeting of future cash flow. So budgeting is everything, be it your personal life or your business life. Make sure you have a budget, because when you have a budget, you will know how much money is going out, how much money is coming in, where are you spending, what are the things that you need to spend on. So when you have a budget, all these things will be clear to you. So have a budget and stick to a budget so that you can make better plans in terms of financial management. So if you can take care of these 3 reasons, that is number 1, the wrong product or the service, number 2, wrong people or the team, and number 3, lack of funds or poor financial management. If you can manage all these 3 things, your business will be very successful. That is why in our financial freedom application, we have designed a lot of courses which will help you set up a business, or if you want to grow your business, or do you want to learn about personal finance or career building courses or business and farming courses. We have a lot of courses available in 6 different languages. So go to the Google Play Store or the App Store and download the financial freedom application. Or you can just head over to the description box and click the link and download the financial freedom application. Not just that, we have a lot of amazing courses like how to start a business course by our founder of IndianMoney.com, CS Sudhir. And then we have courses on how to build an IPO worth company by the chairman of VRL Group. And we also have how to build a successful healthcare business by the founder of Narayana Health. We also have how to build a successful restaurant business by the founder of Maurya Group, and how to build a successful business from a village. So all these amazing courses are live on our application. So click the link in the description box below and download the Financial Freedom app and start your journey towards becoming rich. And don't forget to use my code NAT. If you use this code, you will be getting 2,000 rupees worth scholarship absolutely free. So if you have any questions regarding this video, or if you want us to post about any sort of content, then leave a comment down below. And if you like this video, then hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, then hit the subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the bell icon so that you will be notified when we post a new video. I am Natalia and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching IndianMoney.com.